Alright guys, the Punisher Max 17 here, and this is the completed video for the Perfect Grade Strike Rouge. Now I know some of you guys have been waiting a long time to see this guy done and completed, so without further ado, here he is. The Strike Rouge, with his gun, sword. Only thing that isn't there right now is the shield, and obviously the Aile Pack and Skygrasper. Now the Skygrasper and the Aile Pack I'm going to be getting to later on. Since they're kind of like a separate kit in itself, I didn't feel the need to immediately do them alongside this. And to be honest, I'm going to be taking a break and doing my Liger Zero Schneider next. And then I'll be getting to the Aile Pack and Skygrasper. But here it is the Rouge itself. Just the Gundam. And got it in a nice action pose with its gun, got the sword, and I would have the shield there, but to be completely honest with you guys, I hadn't got the shield done yet, and I just couldn't wait to put them together. So I went ahead and put them together and just had to make this video for you all. So his shield's sitting back there on the table, and I'll get it finished soon, but this is what was really important to me. So here he is. And I gotta say, this thing's a marvel to look at. Looks so good on my shelf. There were a few speed bumps along the way with him, just with not knowing how he would end up turning out. You know, just a few problems here and there, but I gotta say, I couldn't be happier with these results. It looks so... I was saying that I changed the red on this. You can see it's a darker color here, and Bandai, when they first made this kit, they molded the red pieces in a very bright red. You see the color on the box back there, and it was even brighter than that, the pieces were. So, I didn't quite like that. I didn't like how bright it was, so I darkened it up, and I think it really works. I think it really brings out the light pink colors here, and it really highlights these pink colors. The real rosy pink. And I just think it works incredibly well, and I couldn't be happier with the colors I chose for it. So, as a whole, this is a very good kit. The kit is incredibly stable, incredibly well made, very good. I love the design of it, you know. As I've said in all my other videos, this was always kind of like my dream kit ever since I first found out about it. I remember back in the days when I just first saw this this guy on Gundam Store and More, back when I wasn't even real familiar with Gundams themselves, and I just saw this as a absolutely stunningly detailed model that was just the coolest thing ever. So now that I know more about them and stuff, you know, I understand it's, you know, perfect grade and all that, but I've always just had to have this kit, so it was the first one I bought whenever I got enough money to get it. But anyway, I'll give you some close-up shots of it. Let's see. I think the head on it looks really nice, in my opinion. And down the legs. As I said in the previous, or the last work in progress video, I couldn't be happier with this pink color that I mixed. I think it looks very, very good. And there's its gigantic shield. Or sword, I mean, sorry. And I'll turn him around a little bit so you can see the back, while holding the stand very carefully. And I'll get into why I said that here in a second. In the back of his head. So, in my opinion, an absolutely stunning looking model. Turned out even better than I thought he would. So, there it is in all, the Perfect Grade Strike Rouge. And I said I would talk about the stand, which is the absolute downfall of this kit and what just kind of mars how much I love it. Because this stand right here, in my opinion, is the biggest piece of crap that Bandai has ever put out. And I say that because It looks like it should be this big stand that's super supportive, you know, just nothing can move it. But this thing has collapsed on me 3 times already, and it's made this guy fall each time. The first time it collapsed was when I hadn't done any of the armor yet, and it was just in the internal frame, when it was full Gundam internal frame. And it fell then, nothing happened because this thing is like a rock, and really can't get hurt when it's just that inner frame. And I thought, okay, maybe it was something I did that time, so I didn't worry about it. And then I finished building this guy, put all the armor on, and this was yesterday. I finished putting all the armor on and stuff, and painting on the armor 2 days ago or so. Then I put all the armor, or let it dry, let the clear coat dry, and then I snapped the guy together, put it on the stand yesterday, put it up on the shelf, and the stand completely collapsed. What it did is this big, giant part of the stand just fell right out from under it, and it collapsed forward and fell. Now, it didn't break anything on the Gundam, because like I said, it's a very sturdy build, but since it was a just put together, just painted within the last week, it chipped some paint. And I've touched some of that up with the paint itself, with just a paintbrush, but it doesn't look perfect. So it is kind of bothering me, and I'm probably going to have to take a few pieces off. For instance, this one here, and this pink part right here, just to name a few, and repaint those. And it annoys the crap out of me, to be honest, because such a perfect model kit with such a crappy stand. And really, if you want it to look so cool, it's got to be on this stand. You know, you can't just have a perfect grade that's so articulated just standing there on your shelf. You know, you got to have it in some sort of action pose. So, as I said, the one big downfall of the kit, the one unfortunate thing, and I know you'll hear me talk about this stand even more in the future, in the actual review I do of this guy, just because I want everybody to know how much this stand kind of sucks, and to watch out for it. Granted, maybe it's just my stand, and everyone else's works nice, I don't know, but yeah, the stand's a big disappointment for me. But that's enough talking about that. You know, I don't want to make it seem like I absolutely hate this thing, because I don't. I love it. So, I guess that'll be about it for this video. And I'll make a review of him sometime. You know, I don't do reviews much, but I figure this is the kind of guy that some people might be wanting to see a review on. So, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for supporting me and giving me some tips and help and all that all the way through this build. You know, without you guys, I don't think that he would be nearly as good as he is right now. So, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching this whole time, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.